Hey everybody, seeing as I haven't done a video in a while, I thought I'd do one and entertain you maybe a bit. Being that my business is something that had I not ended up doing this as a living, I would be doing it as a hobby. So my hobby is my business basically, but I do have other hobbies. Things that keep me occupied and are a change from what I'm doing, but sort of interconnected somewhat. I do functional sculpture and sculpture out of found materials, basically, i.e., junk. One of the subject matters I use are steampunk weapons. Steampunk guns specifically. Steampunk is a kind of a cult movement. Basically, it's Victorian with or a modern technology with a Victorian aesthetic, I guess you could describe it as. So imagine space weapons in Victorian times. Kind of go with that. Steam run and early technology combined, creating modern technology. It's kind of an interesting group of people that create and participate in this. I don't really participate other than creating these weapons, but anyway, what I'll do is show you a couple of, or show you about 4 of the weapons I've completed. And keep in mind these are made all of found materials and junk. This was one of my, this is about the second one I created. Is this what I call a neutron splitting gun. I see NSG on it there. And it's made all from found materials, all junk, and has heft to it. It's not plastic, so it's all metal, brass and aluminum and copper and such. And yeah, that's what I created anyway. And that it took a while for it to come together. And there's various components on it. 2 major components are a piece from a satellite dish and paint spray gun, the main components, and then there's various other parts. There's a couple pieces off barbecue valves, and there's from what they call an anniversary clock for the balls, and these are off of sewing machines. Motor oiler right there, and valve off of a gas, Victorian gas valve. Another little brass piece, I don't know what that's off of. That's a lamp part. It's off a lipstick tube, and this is a part of a gauge, pressure gauge, and a couple other little brass bits, I'm not sure what they're from. And then all matched together. Created the neutron splitting gun. But you can see it there. Get a all complete view right there. From the other side. There we go. So anyway, that's one of them. That's one of my first ones. I did one other one for Halloween that didn't turn out anywhere near as good. It was kind of completely whipped together and didn't come out as good, that I've got downstairs that I'm going to revise. But anyway, this is basically my second attempt. So at a steampunk weapon, and they are for sale. I'm looking at about $700 US a piece. Anyway, here's the second one. It's this little guy, the disintegrator gun number 4, model 4. That's what I call it. And there's, I think I counted about I forget, 65 pieces in this. It's nice and tiny, fits in your hand. Or disruptor gun, that's what I called it, disruptor gun. Anyway, so it's composed of a number of pieces. There's, up front, there's a foot off of a piece of electronics, just a brass ring off of something, I'm not sure what. And in the back there's a piece out of a hard drive and a copper ring from I think a bearing or something like that. And this is a lamp part here, another lamp part underneath, strip of copper underneath the lamp part, some rings from hard drives as well, some copper tube, or not copper, brass tubing, some bushings from motors, brass bushings there, some brass rods inside, and another, there's a, I think this is a brass ball, or what, part of a brass ball from a bit, and this is an air gun for, or part of an air gun, it's been cut down. Lamp part here, right there. This is a piece from a refrigeration unit, and a couple pieces from sewing machines, and there's an electric block mount, I think, or what they're called, something like that. Anyway, part of a for an electric system. Anyway, there's that one, and like I said, I think there's 65 different components in that to make that. It's the disruptor gun. So yeah, that's it there. Check it out, right there. Fits again nice and like a real gun. It has that heft. There's this, again, 90, well, it's 100% metal, this one. So anyway, that's the disruptor gun, Model 4. My third attempt at a steampunk weapon. And here's my fourth, right here. A little more along the lines of Men in Black, kind of. So there it is there. And it's 95% metal as well. There is a component of plastic in here. There is a acrylic component inside. And I'll get to what it is. A little dusty here. And there it is there. There it is. And again, this is made all from junk. All salvage components from everything you can think of. There's the front of it. Check it out there. There's the back. There's the other side. We've got a adjusting dial as well. And I'll go through the parts that are in this. There's a piece from a saw, hand saw. A bit of a lamp part there. A couple little brass components, random screw and a washer. Sewing machine knob there, random piece of aluminum there. This is a decoration from a harness. And these couple pieces, again, I'm not sure where they're from. This is a coat hanger hook. With another copper piece. I'm not sure where I got that, but that's put on there. This is a piece from a stove, this copper piece. These are paper fastener rivets. They're going to go together. And then there's a lamp part underneath that they mount to. Another lamp part, another lamp part. This cage is a meant for, I think it's eaves troughs or something to prevent leaves from going down them. Yeah, I think that's what it's for. Anyway, there's a motor part inside, where they put copper windings. The acrylic component is actually a pepper mill. And then there's unwound fine copper wire inside with the lamp part in as a main rod. Another lamp part, a couple other little lamp parts. There's a piece from a microwave in there, this little brass piece. I don't know if you can see it in there. A couple parts from hard drives, a couple of little lamp parts, another lamp part, 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 piece from a hard drive there, and a piece from a I think a DVD or compact disc player underneath that. So quite a few components again in that. Again, it's got some good heft and feels real, if you want to be able to say real. As real as can be, I suppose, for a fantasy piece. Anyway, so there's the other one. And then I've got two others that are in the works. They're almost done. They're not quite done, so I'm not going to show them. But this one is the fourth one that I did. So, and I'll show you the fifth one. The fifth one is going to be a little harder to show you because it's a rifle. There it is there. Can't quite show you the whole thing on the camera because I have to get, oh, there we go. So there it is there. And yeah, it's made of quite a few other components as well. I'll show you the different parts of it. Just and this one was, I kind of mocked up as if it was battle worn and it's a little dirty and been used in the field, so to speak. And this is a Tesla rifle, is what I call it. And so basically shoots electricity. So what we'll do is go through it. There's a plastic copper component back here, or plastic, or it's a copper sheet over a little thin piece of plastic that I've used for the back butt plate. And the main stock is actually an old, what they call an over-under shotgun. That's been cut right down. There's nothing left of it. So there's no way it can be ever converted into a real weapon. So it has been sliced and mangled inside. So there's no way you'd be able to get it to fire again. I use a lot of, not a lot of, but use not silicone. Epoxy. There we go. Epoxy to put together a lot of my pieces. So that's we've got some fill in there. So epoxy fill, and like I said, this is the stock from the over-under shotgun. And then the other components here, the main body of this aluminum piece here, from here to here, is a piece out of an air compressor, and it gave me the base for it. I was originally going to use it for a lamp, but it ended up on the gun. So anyway, then there's some clock parts here, a little random brass component. These are out of a motor here, these two pieces here. And these are feet off of some electronics. Brass rod out of some craft kit or something for, I think, to make wind chimes or something, or whirly gigs or something. Anyway, just some brass I picked up, bushings from Motors. Again, some balls from an anniversary clock, some more paper fasteners, and more random. I think these are from. Oh, these are from a clock as well. That's right. This is from a water sprinkler. This red brass component, I'm not sure where I got it, but it ended up on there anyway. There's a copper covered staple right there. And the brass tubes and brass bearings and such and washers are again from random craft kit that I salvaged. And again, some other bushings down here, a couple bushings there. The main barrel is actually a lamp part again, and another. There we go, another lamp part. And let's see. Oh, underneath, a couple pieces off sewing machines, a couple other little random screw and nut. Tighten it up there. Let's see. Okay, and then the end, there's mainly lamp parts. This is, I think, from a what is it called? It was a valve of some kind anyway. From there, and then a copper, some copper mesh that I'm not sure where I picked up. And underneath it is some other copper, which is actually out of a scrub pad. And then these other two pieces are lamp parts, and again lamp parts here. You can make some really cool stuff from lamp parts if you get creative. I've got to disassemble a lot of old lamps though. Anyway, that's the main makeup of the Tesla rifle. You should see there. So that's it there. So I'll just give you another quick look here, another close-up look of what it's composed of. Do a roundabout here. It matches on either side. And there we go. And like I said, the shotgun stock and these components are totally wrecked inside, have been drilled, and to fasten this on, I've had to drill through what the remnants of the stock, which had been sawed down. The rifle was destroyed basically, so there's nothing really left. Or shotgun, I should say, was destroyed. So there's, like I said, there's nothing left that can be converted into a real gun again. It just has the look, and that's somewhat functioning component there. So that's it. That's a Steampunk Tesla rifle for you. Took them up. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the video, and that's one of the things I do for a hobby. Takes quite a bit of time, but it's kind of rewarding in the end when you see them all finished. So anyway, that's it. Happy picking, safe picking. Take care.